We're streaming at 60 frames per second.
That's the shit right there. That's that new, as it were.
We're live.
Are we capable of that?
What?
You want me to pull the plug out of the wall and make sure that everything's reset?
No, I mean like, yeah, I don't know if our equipment is capable of running 60.
We may not be there yet. But one of these days when I take this endeavor seriously, I'm going to upgrade the internet and make damn sure we're streaming at 60 frames per second.
So if that's like the standard, what's 4K? Like, is that like 4 times 60? Is that essentially what it is?
I don't know. I don't.
I mean,
it's more than 1080.
He's our tech guy. He's asking us these questions.
Right.
I got
4K
nothing.
resolution. No.
No, I don't need
4K.
How many cables do I need plugged into this one MacBook Air to stream at 4K? You let me know.
No, it's just the frames per second is just like the
FIPS.
Yeah, it's just.
Are we all on camera? Are we all good?
Yeah, you're straight, man. Okay. I fixed it.
Do we have half ice or full ice?
No, it's full ice.
I need to know.
It's big, full ice.
Uncut ice. As I wanted to name the show last week. Uncut ice. But that was before the show started. Went completely sideways on us.
Dude, what day was it?
It was Thursday when we recorded, yes.
So it turns out that, remember I mentioned the court date? Monday was my court date. For some reason, I thought it was like mid-February, so I missed my court date.
Oh, you had a failure to appear.
You're a scofflaw.
I know what that's
boy.
about. Did they obviously pass judgment on you? What happened?
I'm sure. I don't know.
You don't know.
That's not good.
I've avoided phone calls.
You don't know.
So I don't know if they call you or.
No, they don't call you. They make a judgment against your license. You failure to appear. They throw the book at you. They give you the maximum fine.
They throw you in the hooskow.
Well, wait, for what? What was this again?
Well, this one, luckily, it wasn't anything like.
It's not
serious.
like moving violation.
Ain't nobody got beat.
This particular court date was.
Is this the registration?
This is the inspection one. So
you're fine.
This is when he
so
played Roddy Rich.
So I think they just gave me the maximum.
Yeah,
fine.
plus court fees, and then you'll have to pay it.
It was.
If you don't pay it within a certain amount of time, they will. I think they will suspend your license.
When I realized that I missed the court date, I did pay it.
Oh, you're fine.
But look, this is how much it escalated. It went from when I got pulled over, the officer was like, "If you take care of this, show up in court, it'll be free, right?"
Yeah.
So I did that. Obviously, that didn't happen. The next best thing was the last court date that I went to. They mentioned, hey, by the way, you have an upcoming court date. If you want to avoid coming, you can just prepay this fee.
Mm-hmm.
And they said if you pay it right now, it's going to be something like 60 something bucks or something to take care of it. I was like, but if I show up, there's a chance that they'll drop it, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a chance, but there's no promises. So I was like, yeah, I'll take my chances. I'll show up. Worst case, I'll pay 60 something bucks. So that didn't happen. I read through my citation and it was just like, if you prepaid it like the minute I got the ticket with all the prepayment fees and all that stuff, that would have been like a little under $100. Like with all the penalties, the late fees, the court fees, all that stuff, I'm paying close to like 200 something.
You deserve every bit of it. I'm so happy right now.
I went from free to like 200 something.
I'm so happy right now.
Was that citation like written like the Dead Sea Scrolls? Like how long was that thing to double from zero? Like, or not even double.
I mean, they didn't mention it.
Exponentially grew.
That's how I did the math, like figuring out, because I was like, damn.
Well, when you prepay it, you're prepaying it because you don't. It's for the convenience. You're like, all right, I'm going to pay it. Let's just get it over with.
For the culture.
But if you go, then the show is like, okay, you're more of an asshole, and so we'll just make you pay court fines, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because when you're there, they only tack on that additional court fine.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, they probably waive. A lot of times they waive it. And then
but because I missed all that, oh my god, I got
perfect.
Yeah, I just got everything handed to me.
Perfect.
So messed up.
It's like the gods were just like interceding and
I blame it on the
directly.
Like it just threw me off course, man.
We can get to that. I really didn't think it was that bad of a night, but evidently something went sideways for other people at our Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's our cue.
So all right. So the bit does go on. Hold on. I got something.
It could be the last time this bit is going on, evidently.
Possibly.
Yes. We're making a shift. I think we want to go mainstream.
It's so great, right?
It's like a car alarm is going off in my head, and I don't have the clicker to make this sumbitch stop.
This is good. I'm not. We can save it for the show, but
You know what? I'm glad we're just getting it out of the way now. I'd rather just get the awfulness clear out.
I mean, this would have been better than playing like Shakira or something, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a lose-lose proposition at this rate, I think.
Alright, I'll start the show. We got some stuff to get to.
Oh, thank Christ. From the Badslant Studios in Fairfax, Virginia, live from Eddie's room. This is the Badslant Podcast. I am, as always, your hashtag moderator, Asian John. He's just Jack.
Hello.
The reason why our food is cold. And popping bottles, as always. There's ice. You dug back into the Costco variety of vodka.
Costco.
Yes.
Start with the rain.
Yeah. Did the rain treat you okay? I just wanted to.
It was fine, actually.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty good.
It wasn't terribly offensive. Okay.
I've had worse.
We got options. Just like you got options when it comes to podcast listening and viewing when we stream. We thank you nonetheless. You can catch us on badslant.com. Follow us at Instagram, at Badslant on Instagram and Twitter. We're streaming tonight on YouTube. It could very well be the last YouTube stream night. I don't want to make any like grandiose promises, but we're testing.
You so
some
are.
things. We're pushing some buttons. Oh, okay. Didn't want to make any firm statements.
See you guys next week on Twitch.
Okay, there no tease whatsoever. Just right into it, like a Band-Aid, right off. So wherever you watch us or listen to us, we thank you. We'll always have the show available on your traditional podcast mediums: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, and Pandora. I think Castbox is still a thing, but we appreciate you wherever you listen to this podcast. Subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and as always, support the show by shopping through our link, badslant.com/support. I'm out of air now. We got all kinds of goofy things that we plug on those various websites. We didn't post the link to the Reshoevnator last week, evidently.
My bad.
We're throwing it back out there. It's still a quality product. You can get on Amazon for, I think, starting at $15. And something I came across on my daily perusing on Slick Deals. You can... Our other item of the week you can get on Target.com is the Power Beats Pro. I think if there's anything that you can surmise from this stupid little show is that we like headphones.
There's been a lot of headphones on the show.
Let me clarify. We like some headphones. We hate a lot of headphones. This one seems to be like the thing that I should be jumping on immediately. It's the Power Beats Pro. Traditionally on sale for $250, on sale now for $200. So that's a big hefty chunk off what is basically an Apple product that is getting 4 or 5-star reviews on every tech website you can possibly think of. It's got 9 hours of battery life. You can quick charge. I think that's one of the features on there. You can get like a quick 5-minute charge. You get another hour and a half listen time on your Power Beats Pro. So
it's essentially the AirPods Pro, but in a Power Beats form factor. So
with like a crow foot on your ear to make sure it doesn't fall off. The thing that I have been fighting with the AirPods Pro for months on end now. So it seems like if you got issues with the AirPods Pro, this is the natural progression. I know it's kind of hard forking over $200 for another set of AirPods, wireless earbuds. But this seems to be the best bet for anyone with
this thing
issue.
It solved my issue because I bought that first gen Power Beats,
right,
and it had the same little crow's thing that hooks on the back of your ear.
But the first gen had
the wire,
the wire behind it. Now,
so
no wire.
At the time, it was still tolerable. It was fine. It was because remember back then when they had the 2 earbuds that had the hard wire behind your head. And that some people worked out, and that are the big headphones that we're wearing right now, the big cans. I couldn't work out in that because I felt like there was always something on my head. So when I bought the original Power Beats, it was cool because that cable was so light that you didn't notice it. But over the course of time, it did bug me. Like
So it was like an actual cable on your neck, not Josh Brolin on your shoulders, like hanging on for dear life. Okay.
Yeah.
Respected.
So the fact that they actually probably heard the complaints that people actually they said it was a good product.
Hear
it's just
me.
not great.
Hear
I
me
think
now.
they finally did the version where they just cut out that cable, and I think it's awesome, man.
That's what happens when you get in bed with Apple, man.
So-
They're cutting wires left and right. They're closing holes. Like it's amazing.
Yeah. So and it really does. That thing really hooks on your ear. It works.
I dig it. Well,
Yeah.
again, I said $200. Technically $199.99. Available on Target.com. If you buy it, get it through our link badslant.com/support.
Right.
Yes. All right. We got plenty to get to. It's a bit of a late start today.
Yeah.
Not pointing fingers at anyone, including Jack. But we. Okay. The reason why this is a stick in my craw, or whatever the phrase is. We were debating trying out the Papadilla, something that did it come about during the Super Bowl? Like they threw ads out there.
No,
Or was it just out? Like
I've read about it before the Super Bowl because
Okay.
something came out because I guess Shaq he's like a part owner of Papa John's, and then
like a pizza foot in hand.
he said he was just like, dude, I can't stop eating this thing. It's so good.
Of course, he's Shaq.
I mean-
Everything's the size of a taco in his hands.
And he was just like how amazing it is, and he can't stop, and it's so great. So I was like, huh, interesting. You know, I don't know because he's part owner of it. I'm assuming he's fluffing it up a little bit just so.
He's fluffing it.
But so I started looking into it, and when I read the article, it actually wasn't available in local Papa John's yet. So I was like, okay, it must be an R&D thing that they're trying out. And no, lo and behold, it showed up this week.
It's here.
It's here.
Well, so what
It's
is
actually
it? What
here.
is it? It's a Papa. It's called the Papadilla.
It's basically a pizza and a quesadilla like that made love and created some offspring.
I am sorry. I am late.
So late.
We're about to have some cold.
It was my
Papadilla.
it was my idea to try it.
Yeah, cause we almost like just like let's skip it this week.
Yeah, but
you know?
I
We're-
mean,
we're-
but like and it's also I'm very hungry.
for
I-
selfish reasons.
Well,
You
yeah, I
wanted
didn't
to-
have lunch. I didn't have dinner.
You guys
It's all
pat.
good.
So we're gonna combine everything. And
So, so the Papadillas they come in 4 new flavors, right? They come in Philly cheesesteak,
Ooh.
the Italian,
That's
meatball pepperoni, and grilled barbecue chicken and bacon.
delicious.
grilled
So-
barbecue. Wait, so what flavors did you get?
I got all.
One of each.
I got
One of
all
each.
flavors.
I don't got plates. But
I
got one of
guess
each.
today was the first day that they served these things. Cause like when I went into the store,
They're like go f off.
the dude, it was like a little kid that worked at the counter.
Oh,
at
God.
Papa John's, and he was like, bro, he had the whole like surfer thing going on, and he was like, bro, you got all the flavors, dude. And I was like, what? I was like, and then but he said his favorite is the barbecue chicken. He's like, it's so good, bro.
That's not the one we're trying first.
What was this? This looks like the Italian.
This must be the meatball pepperoni.
Meatball pepperoni.
Cause that looks like a meatball.
Gentlemen,
This is our sample size to test.
Yeah.
This is huge.
there's 3 more to go.
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
there's also a marinara dipping sauce. You can save it for later. I don't care.
We can
Who
take
bought it?
take a bite.
I'm taking a bite.
Yeah, take a
There's
bite.
You basically gave us a mini slice of pizza.
I think we need music for this.
Oh yeah. I got the jam.
I have a song in mind. I don't know if it's gonna come.
They never do.
You just hum it.
I can't.
It's only been a year.
Oh, I know. I need to like bookmark these things.
I think technically we're getting worse. Like,
Ah. Technically, we can still play this music on YouTube, right?
Well, yeah,
might be
who knows?
splitting hairs on that one. All right, well, again, the meatball pepperoni.
Let's start with that.
Cheers.
Okay. It tastes like a pizza to me.
All right, since you ventured to go first,
There
There it is.
Is that essentially what it is? Is this 2 pizzas stacked on top of each other?
I think
Yeah.
I think realistically,
They just
so,
there's a commercial for it right now.
Oh
so,
my god.
So the outward appearance of the thing is that of a calzone. Except they didn't seal the edges. Look, Jack just broke his in half. It looks like a slice of pizza.
Oh my god.
They literally took a small pizza and folded it in half.
It's still pretty good though.
I will say I'm not the biggest fan of Papa John's pizzas. I've fought tooth and nail like over the years because we just had like our parents when we were kids bringing home Papa John's thinking it was some luxurious cut of pizza.
You get any of that garlic sauce?
Nothing. Nada.
What?
They said it came with sauce.
No, it comes with marinara.
Here, did you try some with the marinara?
No.
Okay.
Go for it.
I
mean, it's all right. It's a new conveyance for pizza.
Yeah. Who was it that said like meat is just a conveyance for sauce? Somebody said that fairly recently, but that may be more true.
Assholes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It may not. It doesn't have to be wrong for it to be something you still enjoy.
Right.
I can't stop eating this.
Of course you can't. He hasn't tasted anything good in years.
Man.
Remember, this is the same guy who brought us the Burger King like spicy chicken sandwich and thought we were crazy.
That's true.
What an abomination that was. This is actually quite good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just pizza. It's pizza. No, but what I do like, it's thinner, right? So it's not as doughy. So it's got more of a crunch to the bottom of the.
So it's two of their thin crust pizzas.
I've never had their thin crust, but I would imagine it's like this.
It is not your traditional Papa John's pizza folded in half. It is something different. I think a small pizza for one, but fewer fillings and toppings.
I can't control myself. Next time, the tasting size, can you cut it in half? I ate the whole thing.
So, look, I can't control yourself if you can't control yourself. Like, honestly. Like, you want me to be the federal government to rein you in.
It is good, though.
All right, well...
do you have all the flavors here?
Yeah, we got them all. I'll get ready. I'll keep chatting them up. But what did you think about this one first?
Really good.
See, my thing is, pepperoni meatballs is like my favorite two toppings on any pizza.
The crust is very buttery.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that.
I can tell. But I'm gonna have to guess of the four flavors, this is probably my favorite. Like pepperoni sausage.
1 of 4. We've tried 1 of 4.
He's tried 1 of 4. He's declared the winner already.
Meatball sausage, man. It's basically meatball sausage. I mean pepperoni sausage. That's what it tastes like, and it's I'm not a fan of thin crust pizza, but because of they already put in my head that it's a quesadilla, so I can live with the crispy edges because that's how it's supposed to be. But it's good. It tastes like a pizza. I mean, if you like pizzas, you're not going to hate this. I can see why people. I mean, it's basically like eating 2 slices of pizza.
Like one.
Really
so it's like.
It's almost like we should do
like
a test
fold
by
it.
get a thin crust pizza
And fold it.
right
And do the same thing.
And it's gonna be the same.
But
thing.
it's not as much sauce.
Too much sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't do anything else different on the inside, right? It's just the toppings with whatever sauce, the dipping sauce. The dipping sauce is what's supposed to change it. Right?
Okay. Is there another dipping sauce?
There's not.
Oh, okay. What is this one? Is this steak and cheese?
AJ just got us a new
Wait,
one.
did anybody score? I guess we'll just
Are we going to score it all right now
Whatever.
as we go?
It's fine.
I can't because I would give everything a 5 as we go.
I can already smell it. This is steak and cheese.
This must be the Philly cheesesteak.
This is the Philly cheesesteak, yes. It had no sauce with it. I think the components are designed to have all the sauciness or all the elements that you need without a sauce.
This one is not as crispy. I don't think it's by design. Maybe it's just poor execution by the surfer.
Maybe it's some guy who showed up late and caused the elements to just completely degrade. I don't know. It tastes like a Totino's Supreme pizza folded in half.
This one?
Yeah, this one isn't my favorite. It's
He's really laying it bare tonight.
Whoa!
He's out of control.
I don't like Philly cheesesteaks. First and foremost, I like steak and cheese, but not the Philly style. This has a little bit of that Philly style to it, right?
Mm. What is wrong with you?
Can you make sense of anything he said in the
No.
last 2 weeks? Remember the Korean restaurant he liked but didn't like and gave like a 4 out of 5?
Mm-hmm. See, look, I can put that away. I can put that aside. I'm done.
That's his self-control.
That didn't do it for me.
He just needs bad food in order to have self-control. Jack, what do you think? I need an honest answer from someone.
The flavor is good. It's at a 3. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's more. It's not as crispy as the previous offering.
So you like the crispy?
I do.
You think it needs a crispy?
I like a crispy. I like thin crust pizzas every now and then, and if that's what it was going for, like if you're gonna get like something with like a char on the bottom, right? It's just I don't know. It's just a crunch to it. This was passable, like a 3 out of 5.
This might have been one where it really would have benefited us to have it like fresh out of the oven.
Yeah, that's my fault.
It's fine. I'm gonna stop beating you up about it now. But that's one thing. So I sent us the article about the thing, and that's one thing that the snarky internet reviewer was mentioning was that the crust on the papadilla was quite exceptional. So I was kind of hoping that would stay the case, even though we took so long to get to it. But
the first one just the crust was buttery. This one definitely just missed the mark.
Less so.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna tweak it over time. Cause I mean, when I was even talking to the little kid at the counter, I think he sounded nervous for tomorrow because he was like, tomorrow's pretty much like their first grand opening for this product. And
tomorrow we go live, bro.
Well, it's a Friday, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone orders, according to them, everyone orders pizzas on a Friday. That's their busiest night of the week.
Oh, okay. Lazy ass.
So yeah, so they're really nervous about tomorrow. So today they were kind of just like
winging it.
They're kind of just excited that we ordered all the flavors.
Oh yeah, they're like, okay, let's do a dry run.
Gnarly, dude.
I don't.
He became Michelangelo.
So John is getting the third offering here.
Come on, man. Make
While we
smaller.
wait, I will take a sip.
I just cut it. Was that half?
What?
God, I still almost finished that.
What a fembot. Are you kidding me?
I'm watching my feet.
What?
What?
Why?
What do you mean why? We just had Christmas, Thanksgiving, Super Bowl. Come on, there's been too much gluttony lately. I need to calm down on the eating.
Thank you.
Clean.
Hence, we're eating pretty much 2 slices of pizza per taste.
Oh, this one does have a sauce. All right.
What is this sauce?
Maybe this is the garlic one.
No.
No.
It's pretty much the same as before.
The marinara.
So this must be.
It's the Italiano.
Italian.
I mean, so. Oh yeah.
Because the label said
seriously. it looks like it has capicola and ham and. Looks like it has sausage in it too again, and peppers.
I think so. It has the banana peppers that you so love when it comes to Papa John's pizza.
I love the banana peppers.
Perhaps the one thing most people can agree about, it's their best thing that they have besides the garlic sauce.
Those 2 things.
Yeah.
That's what makes Papa John's.
Yeah. That's what makes Papa John's, not the pizza or the racist owner.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
No, just the pepper and the sauce. Because who was it? Was it Domino's that copied the sauce? They started introducing garlic sauce too.
I don't know.
You good?
You're more of the Domino's person amongst us.
I feel like I started seeing an offering of like garlic sauce with other chains.
I don't remember seeing that.
I don't remember seeing it either. I'm a Hut guy, so that doesn't play around these parts. But
this is good. I like this one. So
he ain't the best color man in the business for nothing.
This is delicious. So far, what are we doing out of 5?
We've only been rating food out of 5 forever.
For a year, I don't know.
Alright, meatball, pepperoni, Italian are 5s. These 2 are solid. This one isn't as crispy as the meatball pepperoni.
Correct.
But I still really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I think everything that's inside is delicious.
The flavors are better.
Good. It's so much better. So far, Philly cheesesteak is my least favorite. I definitely say that's in the 2s. But these 2 are 5s, definitely, hands down. The Italian and meatball pepperoni, so good.
He's rating them retroactively.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were gonna wait till the end, but you fuckers started scoring them now.
This isn't a death match. Like we're rating them on their merits, but agree to disagree. I thought it might. I was gonna Rated just a hair below the meatball pepperoni, but man, the vinegary, the sharp flavor of the pepper kind of like takes it like right on par with that. So I think I gave the first one a 4 in my mind. I don't think I told you guys, but
You didn't.
no.
Failed
Yeah.
to mention.
Yeah,
You guys, we all suck.
I could just be revising my scores on the fly like this guy, but I think those two 4. I think the Philly cheesesteak 3. So yeah, going out of 5. I think that's where we stand so far.
So no 5s from you yet?
Sans 5s.
Hmm.
What'd you think?
This was what I rate the first one.
See, now he's gonna make up scores.
4?
I think it was 4. Yeah. This is just is.
I don't know if the whiskey's kicking in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's a 4.
4?
Yeah. The like John said, the bite of the banana pepper, great. The saltiness with that of the salami, and then the whatever other meat there was. There was also sausage in it, and then the cheese was very good too. So, and it wasn't as crispy as the first one, which I really dug, but it was better, definitely better than the Philly cheese steak.
Way better.
What's this last one?
This last one has to be the grilled barbecue chicken and bacon that homeboy at the Papa John said was his favorite.
Bacon.
So, and then so
I'm gonna go on record to say this is probably gonna suck.
right.
Oh, because there's a barbecue sauce. There's a barbecue
You have to put sauce on it.
on it, or do we have
It's
to?
optional.
Oh, is that the grilled barbecue part? So basically, right now, just chicken and bacon.
No, I think there's barbecue. There's sauce in it from what I read from the review, but this is kind of to take it over the top and just reinforce to the barbecue flavor.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad idea.
All right, so
I'm gonna guess that it's not gonna live up to the Italian and the meatball.
you get the kid size.
Yeah,
Kid size.
thank you.
Jerk.
Let's see. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
There's sauce. You turn it sideways. There's sauce up in there.
Oh, in it.
In it. Barbecue sauce for anybody? Should they require it?
Yeah, you may need some sauce.
I can feel the indigestion
Really?
already.
I don't want sauce.
Oh man. I'm gonna go for broke. I'm gonna go with what the stoner probably would do in this situation.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. The sauce is completely unnecessary. You're a maniac. What the hell is that? I took a bite and nothing but sauce squeezed out of the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it couldn't have more sauce. And as I suspected, the weakest offering of the 4 tonight. Look, you can put anything you want on a pizza these days. The whole pineapple debate thing is kind of overwrought, but this is just completely unnecessary. And to call it pizza or pizza derivative is just it's just not something I can vibe with. But
I tend to agree.
this is stoner food.
Like, I was trying to... It's definitely nowhere near the Italian and the meatball pepperoni. Those two are hands down, like, the top two. Philly cheesesteak and grilled barbecue. I can't tell who is better because I wasn't a fan of either.
Will you stop rating on a curve? Son of a bitch.
Like, if I had to eat another one of those two, I would say the grilled barbecue. So I would say maybe this one is a 2.5. The Philly cheesesteak is a 2. But the Italian and meatball pepperoni, 5 from you, boy. This is so good.
Well, I don't think you're my boy anymore. You're causing me to reevaluate our entire
I'm telling you.
relationship.
So, if you want to trust my opinion, go out and get the Italian and meatball pepperoni.
If you want to trust his opinion, go back to last week's episode and try to figure out what the hell he thought of that Korean restaurant.
Good luck.
Jack, what say you?
I like this better than the Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, okay.
So this I give it a 3.5. It's very sweet, you know, and then along with the bacon, very salty, sweet and salty. It's pretty good. Yeah, 3.5. It's the third best offering of the night. Top 2 obviously was the same as Ice's, and then
So the Philly was the worst one?
for me the Philly was the worst one,
Yeah.
and that was still just a 3. I mean, it's just because you know it did taste like a Philly cheesesteak, so
Yeah.
you know, but it's not the one I would choose.
No, never.
They should let you customize this thing. right? Like regular pizza.
No, fewer choices.
No.
Fewer choices. Fewer.
Sheesh.
No.
Stop this Chipotle shit right here, right
No.
now. I'm tired of this customization thing that's happening everywhere you go. They should customize this thing into the trash heap, like 2.5.
I don't know why you say that, because a lot of times when you can customize things, you tend to put less than what they offer, right? So it makes it easier.
What's easiest if they tell me that this is what the chef thinks is good, you should try it this way. Okay, done. Here's my money.
It's easier for them, man.
For them.
For
Yeah.
that.
I like someone to like give their creative output and put it on a plate and make it so that I can just experience it as opposed to try to dissect. Well, maybe this needs cilantro. Maybe this needs more a pound of barbecue sauce on it. I don't know. No, just tell me what the hell you want and what you want me to try, and I'm good with it. I will trust the chef more times than not. Whoever made this, I will not trust though. So that, if it's Papa John or his cousin Hefe, I don't care. This stinks on ice. Again, 2.5 for this barbecue monstrosity. I went back to the meatball pepperoni just to kind of wash my palate through. Oh,
So,
God.
I will have to say though, this is probably one of the best products that they put out from Papa John's in quite some time. Because I'm not a huge fan of their pizza. If I have to go to any pizza chain, everyone knows it's gonna be Domino's for me. Pizza
Everyone
Hut,
knows.
Everyone knows.
All three of us, meaning everyone knows.
Pizza Hut is working their way up the chain. I think they've kind of changed up their recipe and the way they make their pizzas, and it's getting better. But Papa John's is a long ways away for me to even consider them. This product, though, is pretty good, man. I would say this would throw it back into contention if I'm craving a pizza, because it doesn't taste like a quesadilla, it tastes like a pizza. So if you want a pizza, you can either get the traditional pizza, or you may want to just settle for one of these papadillas, which is like half the price. It's like only $6 right now. So you can get your own meatball pepperoni to yourself, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
We're
Makes
just,
sense.
we're just pimping products for the entire hour now.
Can we get a cut?
I mean,
I want to get a cut.
I've been cutting slices all night long for everybody. All right, I thought we were gonna do like at least 15 minutes for the Super Bowl. We might need to like pare it down real quick. The thing that I really want to talk about, which is the movie stuff that all the movie news that transpired over the course of the week. But we'll do a little lip service for the Super Bowl. We all partook of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, watched it.
Okay. Well, I know where Ice watched it. I know where I watched it, but we don't have any idea where Jack watched it. So I will cede the floor to you. Like, what did Jack do in the shadows?
I watched it with my children. They were
they into it?
No, not one bit. I said I prefaced everything because I actually had to work during the days. I came home and my wife actually went out, so I was left with the children right before Super Bowl started.
But during the game,
during the game, they didn't pay attention. They were just.
But the missus was in the fold during the game.
No, she left.
Oh,
she went.
So
she went
wasn't
out.
even out.
She wasn't even around. It's just me and the kids.
For the whole Super
The
Bowl.
children and I.
All right.
Yeah, for the whole. For
Your
up
friend
until,
and I.
Up until like
that
the
means
recording.
you didn't even watch the Super Bowl.
No, I watched it. I watched it.
How's that even possible?
Well,
It's impossible.
the halftime show was just so long, so that's when I took
So
my
long.
children up. So
So you skipped on the halftime show?
I saw like a part, the beginning of Shakira's part, and then that was it.
It's called DVR, bro.
Did you DVR it?
I have it recorded, yes.
But you didn't go
His
back
wrists
and
are
watch
working overtime.
I have not gone back to watch
You've
it.
not bothered like one iota.
No.
Okay.
I mean, because everyone, it was
Aren't you a
talked
J-Lo
about.
guy?
Not really.
I gotta go back into the archives. I kind of feel like you were a guy who just threw it in my face, like,
No.
like J-Lo and
Is there
Shakira.
such thing as
Threw it
a
in the
J-Lo
face.
guy?
No, his
you're looking at him.
His name is Alex Rodriguez.
Ah. I guess if that's the measure, then there are several J-Lo guys, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that the part that I saw Shakira's beginning, her performance was really good, and then
Don't lie.
yeah,
man.
so I was just like, oh, okay.
Remember last week. That's all I'm going to
Well,
say.
good thing we didn't post that episode.
Thank
'cause
God, no one
I
knows
was
except
trashing
us.
that.
So bad.
I don't understand why she's relevant. Why is she even here?
Yeah, I don't.
She doesn't even go here.
Thank
It
God,
should-
thank God that episode didn't post, because
Oh.
I mean my words, man.
Yeah.
We'll pull the curtain back. We didn't have any time to talk about the Super Bowl like on the show proper, so we said, screw it. We're messing around with Twitch. let's just do the impromptu Super Bowl preview on Twitch. And it was just an hour of nonsensical rantings from the black cat over here, just telling us why Shakira doesn't deserve a green card.
She's not a
Should be-
global star.
And
She's
J-Lo.
not.
Both of those guys.
Oh, that's right.
Both of those guys.
those guys.
J-Lo got
Both
the
of-
wood shampoo too. Good lord.
Yeah, both of those girls weren't relevant last week.
You are
but-
so lucky that thing didn't go up. But then again, you post the show, so that like, you kind of hold the keys to the kingdom.
yeah, I
so,
was like, yeah, let's stop with that.
meow.
up.
All right, so you watch at home with
At
the
home.
Shirins.
Yeah.
So once the kids went to bed, like you got to like really dig in.
Yeah, I dug in and watched the rest of the game. Enjoyed the rest of it. You know, just watching another collapse by a Kyle Shanahan led offense.
Oh, I put it in my veins. I need it every day of the week.
I mean, but I don't see. So, leading up to the game, there was a lot of people on sports radio talk stations just
Nobody listens to that.
just talking a lot of this, just so putting out there so much hate toward Kyle Shanahan. And I didn't see why. I mean, he was here, right? He was here as the play caller for one of the best runs in recent memory. But why is everyone hating on him so hard?
It's just the name brand, like it's Shanahan.
I guess.
and you have the perspective of DC Sports. What you heard for the most part was DC Sports
Basically.
personalities.
I'm assuming that's what you're listening to.
yeah.
And their feelings towards the
course.
Shanahans and how that whole
Yeah,
experiment.
I didn't see a lot of them didn't. From the sports personalities I listened to, they were like, oh, it's great. It was just a tie to the area, but a lot of the fans out there were like, yo, I hate the Shanahans. It was like, give me a break.
I don't think I have that strong of a feeling.
I don't either. I just wanted to see a great game, and it was a great game.
Yeah.
I think obviously the last 6 to 7 minutes of the game was the best. And then the Mahomes played terribly up until it was like uneven up until that point, and then it's just 3 touchdowns, right? Two touchdown passes on his part, and then one icing on the cake by Damian Williams.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Had a lot of vodka by the time that play actually took place. But
stayed at home, watched it. Was great.
This wasn't out of spite or anything, but I followed our friend Ice over to his in-laws house. One of his in-laws. They had a Super Bowl get together, and we. I would say most of the room, like there's a lot of people in the room. I would say maybe half of the room was watching the game.
I'll say less than half of the room was watching.
Yeah, like even when the national anthem hit, nobody was really paying attention.
That's why I mentioned to you last week. I was like, look,
it's a gathering. It's not like a viewing party.
It's a great time to be there. It's just no one cares about the game. Everyone that's there is really just there to eat, socialize, drink. But
it's fine.
No one wants to watch.
Well, isn't that what the event is? It's an event. It's not.
An event,
it's not the championship game. The better games were 2 weeks ago.
Everything prior.
Yeah, exactly.
But
tight.
But they do have a separate TV area. So if you wanted to watch the game, you can go to the TV area and sit down. But
if you want to watch 2 40-year-old Latin women shake their asses, there's an area for that. It's a good area.
But there is a lot of commotion where it's hard to hear the television and they're not blasting the audio. So you really don't hear much of the game. You don't really hear much of anything. You just kind of have to see it. It's more of a viewing experience than a hearing experience.
I didn't hear a single word from a Hyundai commercial or a Pepsi
you guys
ad.
didn't get to see any of that?
They were there. I caught them at the corner of my eye, but I couldn't hear a goddamn thing.
So the next morning,
might as well have not been on at all.
I basically had to rewatch all the commercials on YouTube. I had to watch the recap of the game because I had to see it from beginning to end again.
I think I had the better time then.
I
feel like I had the better time.
I had to rewatch the halftime show again because I just couldn't appreciate anything.
You were standing 6 inches from me, and I watched the whole thing next to you. What the hell were you doing?
Well, I needed an excuse to rewatch the halftime show.
Very on brand. Okay, so I guess you enjoyed yourself quite a bit that night.
Whenever.
Or I'm sorry, that morning, the following morning. So, do we need to delve into the halftime? What do you want to talk about first? The game itself, the thing that resonates with me is it was a kind of a not shit game, but it wasn't a lot of fun for like 3.5 quarters.
But that's normally how it is. The stage is so big
Yeah.
that the players are very nervous. So it isn't until like maybe after halftime, third, fourth quarter, and they just it's a football game, right? And then it's like that last sprint to get to finish the game. So
is it fair to say it was a good final quarter of the
yeah,
game?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you knew that San Francisco KC was gonna make their charge, and it just came
way late,
way
later than you thought it would.
Yeah, for
okay.
Sure.
I don't want to crow too loudly. I did tweet like when they were down 10 points in the fourth. I said the Chiefs win this game, and then immediately Patrick Mahomes threw an interception. Like I was like, well, this is very much on par with how I bet it and think with my heart and not with my head. And I didn't completely back off of it. I got called to the carpet almost immediately by my brother-in-law. I was like, did you tweet this before the interception or after? I was like, before the interception and after the vodka. Like, it couldn't have played out any worse. But even as that happened, I felt in my heart of hearts they were still going to come back and win because they're just so explosive. 10 points, even if they're coughing up the ball all over the field, they're still so good that if they're down just 10 points, they can score 2 touchdowns in a blink. And it happened, and then they tacked one on top of that. So again, not Barry Horowitzing myself too much. But
I'm going to assume you didn't put any money down.
No, I never do.
That's where you go wrong, man.
No, because the second I you know what, it never goes right. That's just the superstitious sports fan in me. Every time the money's on the barrelhead.
Your tides has changed the last time I went to Vegas when you hit the big one.
When I hit the 4-game parlay.
Yeah. See, that's when you're supposed to be like, maybe I could put money down and put bets down.
I've had a trip to Vegas in between that time. Didn't go too well. So fair to say, good quarter versus a good game.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's like when I went back and watched the recap, I thought it was. If I actually sat there and watched the thing end to end, I think it would have been a good game. It was a little slow up front, but I think overall, like
it was competitive though. Like,
it was. I'm glad it was kind of close. That it wasn't a blowout. Blowouts is like the worst thing for a Super Bowl game, right? So the fact that it wasn't that, I think it was good. I think
last year was not a blowout, and that game sucked.
That game was terrible.
Yes.
It's like
I wish ill on Sean McVay and Bill Belichick is who I wish ill on.
The weather was nice. The halftime show was good. Like everything was fine, man. Like it was two new teams. Like you don't it's teams you don't really expect to see in the Super Bowl. So it was refreshing. Something about it was just good.
The worst, the first. The 49ers. Right?
Dig it.
Yeah. So it's like overall, like I think it was a good Super Bowl. I mean, I'm sure there's always gonna be someone that complains, but I think overall
there's a lot of complainers.
Not in this one.
Not in this one though.
The commercials were okay. Like
didn't remember a single damn commercial. You know what? Don't feel compelled to go back.
I didn't either until the next morning when I had to go back and rewatch every commercial. And
thanks for the Wicked Smat one.
That's my
Wicked
favorite.
Smat.
That's still my
favorite.
That's
you got Smat Pack.
Smat Pack.
That's pretty good. That's the only one I can remember, and I watched pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You had a rough night. All right. So do we need to like hang around and linger on the halftime show? Any?
Not really. I the only
thing. It lived up to the hype, I guess.
I just want to say that
You're wrong.
I eat my words. They are so good, man.
They performed really well.
He's gonna eat these words like he wants to eat that ass. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't me.
That's that phantom fourth mic there, munching away.
But it was so good, man. They were so freaking entertaining. Like if you told me, well, you guys did tell me that Shakira and J-Lo were performing the halftime show. I was like, who wants to watch that? That's horrible.
It's not for us.
The answer is everybody in America.
Yeah.
Whether they admit that they liked it or not.
Man.
Right.
They put on a hell of a show because like that night, I remember when we were watching on the TV, I couldn't stop watching, and even when I went back to rewatch it, I couldn't stop watching. It was just so good.
You're really digging yourself up a deep hole here.
I know, but I'm really impressed. And
this show does him no favors.
like, God, Shakira still looks great.
He's breathless.
And J-Lo,
Speechless.
for being as old as she is, she looks amazing.
HGH
man.
and
And I didn't even realize at the time that was her daughter that was out there singing
Right.
with her.
That's
And
pretty
that's
cool.
even
I'm
more
fairly
impressive.
certain it was shouted at the top of someone else's lungs
I
the
thought
entire
someone
time.
was lying or something. I thought someone was being racist and just saying that it looks like her daughter. But I didn't realize that was really her daughter.
Yeah.
So I went through this whole bit. And
He
then
was
I-
at a different party than the one I was at.
yeah. What? You guys sounded like you
A
weren't even in the
different
same like.
planet.
Yeah. Jeez.
And like, look, I know you guys got kids, you guys are tired for the most part. I'm over here like giving the dads a relief. I'm juggling their kids and like they're all like climbing all over me, and I'm retaining all this nonsense. And this guy, like
I think he was
he
around
was
kids more than I was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, how did that happen?
All right, so you've come.
But overall, like, it was a great halftime show, and I don't know if this was anything like Jay-Z was responsible for this with his new partnership with the NFL. So I thought it was,
I think this show needs more ass.
so if he was responsible for putting the show together, kudos to Jay-Z, man.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, you're lobbing.
You're
the
kinda
can in the
grasping.
wrong
Wait, that's
direction.
what they hired him for entertainment.
I think it's for
No,
outreach.
It's
but,
for
you know,
outreach
that's a
programs. Are
Rocket
you?
Nation, man.
No, it's definitely not that. They did have a he did show up on the broadcast. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he ate some. Was eating some
for
fries.
other reasons, yeah.
Yeah, eating some fries. I was like, okay.
Maybe he had like a sore ankle or something. Like he couldn't just stay. Like it's very humid in South Florida. It does a number on the joints. I've heard the criticism before.
He already came out with this whole.
I don't-
reason
I don't-
for
I don't-
it.
I don't
we
care.
don't need to
I
go
don't
into
care.
it.
I don't care.
I was just
If-
I was just talking about the fries, not him like not standing for that.
I'm sure that's worse than watching the president like do an imaginary like chorus line and like he's conducting the band like just we're splitting hairs. I don't give a shit. Okay, so
Good
that's
stuff.
uh,
Super Bowl live.
we'll check back in with Jack next week when he's like taking a chance to watch the halftime show on the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Go back and rewatch it.
Just like we
Bookmark it,
have to.
send it to you.
Bookmark.
Except his link is through like a hub website. I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so I how much time we got left?
15.
Oh, that's actually not that bad. We probably can't spend too much time on the first thing I wanted to talk about because again, someone was in dereliction of their duties. We saw the movie Parasite. I'm gonna. Do you think, Jack, that you will watch Parasite?
Yeah, I have it.
You have it.
I have it.
But you just
Will
haven't seen
you-
it.
I have not seen
Will you-
it.
Okay, if you can tell me in the next 7 days that you will watch this thing, I will hit pause on the Parasite discussion and then move on.
Yes.
Okay. Are you okay with that, Ice?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. You're gonna kill the music too? He really likes the music.
I like the music.
That's fair. Well, I mean,
But watch it with your wife though.
Yes. Yeah.
Should
I actually didn't watch it with mine because she thought Parasite, given the title of the movie, she thought it was like a horror flick.
no.
And so she was like, no, I'm not into that. I was like, come on, watch it. It's a Korean thing. And she was like, no. And then, so I
You
ended
didn't
up,
give her any like
No
like background,
insight.
no
I
context.
didn't know what the movie was about.
No.
But I
I
just
did go
said,
in cold too.
but I just said, it's, everyone is talking about like it's one of the best movies of the year. It's,
Of the year.
it's a Korean flick.
And it's Korean.
And like, if it's one of the best movies of the year, typically it's not a horror flick.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it should be fine. And she didn't buy into that, so I watched it. I watched it with the B rice. So, but now afterward, I was like, oh, you're good to go. Go back and watch that thing. 'Cause
Right.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
So now she's gonna go back. To
So you
watch.
assured her no horror.
No horror.
Uh,
Yeah.
It does take some twists and turns, but
Yeah.
it's not a
But
straight
it's not a horror flick.
not a straight gore fest. So I
Yeah.
think she'll be all right. Okay, so,
So
we'll hit pause.
next week.
And by that time, we'll find out whether or not it's the best picture.
Hey,
or-
Probably won't.
If we show up next week and you didn't watch Parasite,
Oh,
you're gonna choke and thrown down these steps.
Wait, what?
No, sorry.
I owe something if that.
Yeah. Oh
What the
no.
hell are you talking about?
Malort. You're getting Malort. You don't get an option. You get Malort. If you come back next week without watching Parasite, you get Malort. Sorry.
He's calling the shots tonight.
I
That's
guess.
He's
That's
reviewing. He's reviewing all the foods backwards, and he's calling the shots.
Shot caller.
Oh, good. All right. Well, that wasn't. So for me personally, that was not the only movie I watched in the last. Actually, I guess the last 2 weeks. So I saw Parasite first, not last week, but the week before that. But I don't know what happened this week. I guess AJ got a little extra free time on top of the regular free time that he has.
How do you get extra free time?
I don't know,
That's
man.
ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I'll start here. The other, I'm trying to think all the Oscar-nominated films. There's The Joker, 1917.
Are these all Oscar-nominated films?
These are not all Oscar-nominated films. I'm just trying to think of all the other Oscar-nominated films that are in the Best Picture category. So I've seen The Joker. I've now seen Ford versus Ferrari, in addition to Parasite. But I can't tell you how little interest I had. Like, are you guys know that Ford versus Ferrari came out this past year?
Yeah.
Did you have any interest in the movie whatsoever?
Not at all.
No.
Okay, the funny thing, I didn't want to club her for this. Like, I told my wife that I'd seen Ford versus Ferrari. I watched it without her. She's like, "Oh, what's it about?" I'm like, babe.
Ford Ferrari? I don't know.
It's kind of right there. Like the second like I paused, she knew. I was like, "Oh, okay." So it wasn't like a long-standing thing, but I just had to like hit the pause button, and didn't want to like belittle her any. But that's actually a fantastic movie, and it stars your wait. I was gonna say your boy Matt Damon, but that's not your boy.
No.
He's a friend of your boy Mark Wahlberg, but Matt Damon plays Carol Shelby of the Shelby fame, you know, the Shelby GT500.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
And Christian Bale's in it.
Where is she?
Yes, he did not do that at all. He did his regular British accent, I think, for the most part. Maybe it's Australian. I have no idea where he's from, but he's great in the movie. Like it was a movie I didn't have any interest in watching. I watched it on a lark, and it's just littered with fantastic performances throughout, and this crazy ass story about how Ford just Henry Ford II got a wild hair up his ass and threatened to fire everybody in his factory if they didn't rejuvenate the brand somehow. And then one of the characters played by John Barenthal is Lee Iacocca. He's central to this whole thing, and he's like, we're gonna buy Ferrari, and that's where they set off. And instead, things obviously don't go in that direction, and then it winds up being a Ford versus Ferrari scenario. And Henry Ford II said, "Screw it, we're going to beat Ferrari at Le Mans."
Did Matt Damon's character say, "Smoke him"?
I
didn't say that.
I wish there was a moment that
Damn it!
He looks over at him like Dominic Toretto, and then just like blows the doors off him. No, it didn't.
Smoke.
It did not play out that way, but
that's my only Vin Diesel impersonation
or Fast and Furious reference.
Yes,
that, we'll get to that too if we have some time.
Smoke.
But if I know it's a hard task for you guys to get some extra time to watch films, I would say that's one that's worth your while. Just because it's again, the performances and the story can actually get you through a 2.5 hour movie. Yeah.
Damn, that's long.
It's a little lengthy. I remember the sun coming up when the movie started, and it got dark by the time it was over. Like, I don't know how that happened in the span of an afternoon, but a good time was had by AJ. Oh God, what else did I watch this week? Do you want to talk about the Taylor Swift documentary?
I mean, I would say.
Did you watch it? I should ask.
I did, but
evidently it's gotten like critical acclaim. Like,
is it really?
It's got like awards at Sundance or some shit. I don't know. It popped up like it that was their. I guess they had a good producer or director, and then all of a sudden they had like the Ken 2018 winner, and
this.
I don't know. It just won some indie award somewhere, and now it's on Netflix.
Look, like I'll keep it brief. So I'm a fan of Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna lie. Tay, she my girl, man.
Can you get it together? Like,
she my girl.
Shakira, she my girl.
15 is probably one of my favorite songs of hers.
15?
15. It goes back in the day.
I don't know what that
is. That a real song?
It is. 15.
She my
but
girl.
anyways.
I don't know.
But I've been following her career. I've listened to all her albums, her music. I've been to a concert of hers. She's good, man. Like,
I don't take anything away from her. I'm just not a fan.
So what was interesting about this latest? Hey, stop jumping around. So the latest thing with this bit was, I guess they tried really hard to like try to humanize her, and that's the part that
She's not human.
well, it's like
I think she has a reputation of being like this soulless robot.
Yeah.
Who's phony.
She's always I think that's how she's always like portrayed in all the publications,
In the paps.
and all that stuff. So
in the trades.
they tried really hard to make her feel human, and it's like I don't know if it was if there was an agenda behind it, and that's the problem. It's like I couldn't tell if I was watching this to really feel like okay, I get to know a little bit more about Taylor, or by the end of it, it got really political, where I was like, okay, is this just...
That might have been a bit too much.
So that's where I feel like if they left off the end part of this, I would have been all in on it, but that tail end felt like she was up to something, and I wasn't feeling that.
It feels like a lot of things in society nowadays that they want to jam agenda in, like at where you least expect it, and that was probably a little too ham-fisted.
Yeah.
But all that being said, I know, Jack, you probably don't have as much of an affection for her. I too like Ice. I'm a fan. Maybe not in the same way that he is.
She my girl.
Yeah. She my girl.
That's
He really said that.
He
into
said
these
that.
microphones. I actually think they did a good job of making her sympathetic and a human, which is something you really don't expect. You just went right for it. The whole notion of them trying to make her seem like someone who's like a normal person who just happens to be really talented actually resonated with me. I think I've seen one or maybe another like clip or documentary about a making of a previous album. She's a genius. I don't say that lightly. Like she actually, like, to see her come up with the concept for a song where she's just mumbling and just like not even like saying any words, and all of a sudden it's a damn song, and all of a sudden it's #1 on Billboard. Like you see the thing play out in this documentary, and it's crazy to actually see that type of process like take hold in a person. So I found a greater appreciation for it. Again, not the same appreciation as this guy, but it was.
There are some lost tracks on the Blank Space album, and at the end there's some tracks where she mumbles a lot of the would-be lyrics of Blank Space, and it's amazing to hear, like what John just said. It's amazing to hear how she came up with the concept of Blank Space, and then now it's this global hit.
Now it's a song.
Yeah, so
you're welcome.
I have to back him up. She's a genius.
Another movie for Jack to watch.
I'm not watching
it. I have no interest in watching it. Did she produce this thing?
No, she did not. She probably got a lot of say-so. She probably got a lot of like
creative control.
Perhaps, but I mean, if it's gonna be a documentary, you really have to like lower your guard and let the lead fly.
Negative.
Yeah.
Pass.
Will you watch Midsommar?
No. Pass.
Can I say that is a mind F of a movie.
I mean, maybe.
If are you into thrillers and psychological horror? Like,
pass.
The first 10 to 15 minutes of that movie will ruin your day.
Okay.
The last 2 hours of the movie will ruin the following day that you have. Like it stays with you. Like it's something that I you can't really talk about without giving it away. But like it
was really good.
It's an experience. It's an experience. But you're like, I know from what I've heard from other people that this is just going to be like, it's not going to end in sunshine and rainbows. It's just going to be something that like will kick you in the nuts. But you're enraptured the entire time. You're just watching, like, I gotta see what happens next.
Did you watch it by yourself?
I watched it with the missus. And yeah, she wasn't happy with me either. But we were watching and like we just couldn't look away. And I will spare you all the details, but it's beautifully shot. It's like another one of these movies that it is filled with tension, but it just looks so beautiful that you just can't look away. And again, there's some really messed up shit in this one. Then again, there's a lot of messed up shit in Last Christmas too, so I don't know, man.
No, let's not talk about Last Christmas.
Did you watch that?
No.
Why won't you watch that? Why are you digging in your heels on that?
It just sounds so bad.
What's so bad about it? It's got Crazy Rich Asians Henry Golding in it.
Isn't it a rom-com?
You would think that.
It's just the the trailers for it alone looked really bad, and then
It looked subpar.
I'll
and
say.
then that was always my assumption that it was going to be a really bad movie. And
Let me just say,
and then the wifey seen it and she confirmed it.
if you're going into this expecting like your standard formulaic rom-com, it's not what you think it is, and then it goes from there, and then it takes another turn. So it takes like probably one too many turns, and you can probably stomach for like a holiday romantic comedy. But
Did someone die? Is it one of those someone dies in a holiday?
Heart-wrenching.
oh god,
Tearjerker.
Lately it feels like every like rom-com someone has to die now. It's like they just can't like,
everyone should die in movies. Yes,
Yeah.
I've always said that.
it's like for some reason like they can't just like well even the Notebook someone dies.
Yeah.
I guess it's always been the theme.
Yeah, everyone dies.
Yeah.
No one
Romeo
ever.
and Juliet. Right.
You don't believe what Pharrell says. No one when he says no one ever really dies. They all die. Yeah. Hey, give it a- We got any time left at all?
Not really.
Okay.
What do you want to get to?
I was just gonna say Fast 9 because Jack brought up Dominic Toretto.
Smoke him.
Yeah, he's got a line. What?
We can budget 2 more minutes for that.
Do you want to just say the thing that happened in the thing that makes it so
Just
great?
say, did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
But he
let me
doesn't
look-
care.
Oh.
He doesn't
Have
care.
you seen-
All he knows is smoke him.
No, I've seen Tokyo Drift.
Do
I
you
just
like
know-
Tokyo Drift?
That's one of the better ones.
I love
Be-
Tokyo Drift
because
I
the
hate...
first one was started all, second one was awful, and then you get to
oh,
Tokyo Drift.
burn it.
Then you were like, okay, it can only go down up from here because the second one was so bad, and so Tokyo Drift was a great surprise. But I just know that the timeline is just way skewed. because
Wacky.
It's so weird. So it's like the
The
subsequent
seventh
movie
film is like the
before is
is
the
the-
prequel.
No.
it's like the fifth in the timeline.
I don't even know what's going on,
Yeah.
and so
It
you
doesn't matter. It's all being undone now.
yeah. So yeah, the
Again, no one ever really dies. I've always said that.
yeah, in the third one, Han dies right in a NOS accident. It just whatever the case may be.
Oh, but
Spoiler
then
alert.
It got retconned.
Yeah, so now in F9 he comes walking in.
He missed another retcon.
I don't know.
He didn't die in an accident. He was murdered. Murder
What?
by Jason Statham. That's where Shaw comes in.
Shabs and Ha?
Shabs. Yes, Shabs kills Han, and now somehow Han lives. Han Lu lives. Han Lu lives.
I don't. This is just too much. I don't know. And now the trailer is John Cena is Toretto's brother,
They don't even look
His
alike.
secret brother.
his secret
horrible.
brother, and like what? Like he's been training his whole life to be better than his brother.
You've been training your whole life to be faster.
Are they just accepting that they're allowed to be this bad now?
They're just gonna
running
make
with
a
it?
ton of money.
They're going to make number 10, and it's going to be broken into
They
two
already,
parts.
they already announced that.
It's gonna
horrible.
be the Torettos versus the Rocks. It's going to be great. Like, but we're gonna be there, and we're gonna be confused.
Such a bad franchise.
It's
now.
like I think when
From
you-
the humble beginnings of street racing, we have
the first movie was so like it's pure and
Yeah.
like, you're just like I love this.
and now he's an international, like, I guess spy.
Scofflaw.
Yeah, what is
he's
happening?
ice on an international scale.
This is so bad.
He's rolling around the world like not paying his parking
It doesn't
tickets.
make any sense. It just makes it invalidates the first one. So
Can I just say,
smoke him.
the movie you're so happily quoting is not a good movie.
It's not, but at least
It's
but at
better
least it
than
was
the second.
yes, but at least it was.
And I will watch it when it's on TV.
The idea of the movie was just to highlight the street racing scene, right? And then like the back shady deals about it, whatever the case may be.
Now
It's a little stylized, right? Now
it can't be further from that concept.
yeah, it's so far away from this. The last one I saw on HBO was what? The
I
one
think-
where in there Brazil, they had the first one.
This
Yeah.
is Brazil.
He's in the favela. They gotta rob some kind of goddamn like. It is so bad, and that's the first appearance of The Rock.
Yes.
Yes, that's the first appearance of The Rock where he was like jacked. He's like freaking yoked up, like so much HGH, like all the HGH.
Here's my other
Oh.
Vin Diesel impression to try to top yours. You know what your mistake is? Thinking you're in America. This is Brazil. Thank you.
I mean, it was a heist movie that turned
I will
into
say
an
that
action.
I didn't put my whole ass into it. No, I dipped my toe into Fast 8, but I did not watch that in the theaters. Like, I think I saw 1 through 7 in theaters.
1 through 7 in theaters? Oh my god! 1 through 7?
Shut your ass up. You were there half the time, too.
But you've seen all 7 in the theater. You've seen 7 in the theater.
Did I see? I have to go through the catalog. I think I saw the first 7. By the time I got to 7.
Why would you watch 8?
By the time I got
Yeah,
to
I know. Why not? Why?
No, 7 was 8 was a home viewing. When I got to 7, I was like, okay, I can't spend any more money on this. So I that was where I drew the line in the sand.
You drew the line after 7 films.
Yeah. 7 films,
But
18 years. I don't know.
Wasn't that one? That was like the tribute to Paul Walker, right? 8?
I thought 7 was.
Was that 7?
I don't know,
He
man.
died-
I'm guessing.
I don't know.
There's too many. I think
exactly.
I
It's
think-
the same movie.
I think I'm right.
I think
I think I'm right.
when Jack posted the thing in our chat, with the link to the trailer, I was like, the first thing I said was, "This franchise is out of control," and nothing that I saw from the trailer leads me to believe otherwise. They are completely off the rails. Like, I guess I'm gonna watch this one just for the sheer novelty of it, but I think I'm still at the same place I was when 8 came around. I was like, I really don't want to spend money on this.
Did you see Hobbs and Shaw?
Is that technically part?
Yes,
of...
it is. It's in the universe.
No,
Not in
but it's
theaters.
part of the 8.
Not in theaters.
Another home viewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've seen them all.
I've
so
stayed
he's
home.
seen them all. Okay.
I think I fell asleep during Hobbs and Shaw. As much as I love The Rock and Jason Statham's fine ass, I did not I couldn't make it through the whole
Where
thing.
Idris Elba
Me
was
too. I fell asleep to that one.
I'm Black Superman.
like he drank the was it the basically the vibranium became the Black Panther.
I guess. I don't know.
But that
You would know better than I do.
I
The
don't know.
motorcycle in there is pretty cool, man. The way that he
I seen
rolled
that shit
around.
too.
You saw it.
It
You
is
saw it.
pretty cool.
Yeah, you saw it.
None of these details sticking up here.
No.
I don't remember Roman Reigns at all. He was in half the movie. I don't care. Don't know.
No, he wasn't in half the movie. He's barely in the movie.
Okay.
It's only when they got to
You
die.
would know.
Still don't remember.
Just kidding.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
We'll be there day
one.
1, right?
What?
Day 1 for this.
I'm not watching this. Not in theater.
Come on, you're caught up.
Might as well just bring back. It's like the whole
If they can reanimate Paul Walker's ass,
Is Luda back in this too?
Who?
Luda?
yes.
Oh, Luda. Yeah.
Luda.
Did you watch the trailer?
I kind of blanked out.
Even he was tired. Everyone's tired of it at this point. I swear to God, this is Ludacris's line in the trailer. He's like, "So Dom, what now?" He's exhausted, just like all of us.
Yeah, I'm not watching.
So they got Luda and Tyrese.
Yeah, he's back.
My ass is on fire.
That line was cringeworthy. I remember that. And I was like, oh god.
Oh, who's the hot chick in Tokyo Drift? Is she still around?
Nah, she's probably working out like a PetSmart or something. I don't know. I think her name is Natalie Kelly.
2 first names.
Yes.
That's when you know they're hot, right?
You're a quick Lano. Okay, maybe Tokyo Drift's my favorite movie. I don't know.
That was a really good one.
It's surprising because
It gets such
like I
a
said,
bad rap. I don't know why.
because the second one was terrible. That's
so is
why.
Bow Wow in this one too then?
Yo, if they bring Bow Wow back,
Yo.
Might as well, right?
I'm there day 1 for
Bow
sure.
Wow
I'm
and
pre-ordering.
Jin the MC.
I'm pre-ordering tickets. Okay,
Jin.
maybe not Jin. Forget that guy. He's probably got the coronavirus or something. Oh, too soon. I'm so sorry. All right, we got to close the show. But I'm hopeful. I think I want them to just kind of put a bow on the franchise after this, but
They're not going to.
They're gonna make 12,
Why?
and
When you continue to make millions and millions of dollars,
there's so
why
many dumb
stop?
people. So many dumb people like us in the world. If this show isn't any evidence of that, I don't know what is.
If someone keeps paying us millions of dollars, we'll keep talking.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Maybe Papa John's will pay us.
Oh, yeah.
I love the
Is
Papadilla.
there some more Papadillas
There's
left?
plenty of Papadilla because I cut all your pieces in kids size.
Thank
so
you.
Excellent.
yes. All right. Well, boys, fill the pizza and ready to go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Great.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
See you guys next week.
Night night.
Nah.
Peace.
Bye.
On Twitch.